This beer is brought to you by this video.
I think this whole episode I'll do with my natural accent that I tried to hide as best as possible.
People do not like
They don't like my accent or how I sound in English.
All right, so I got a bunch of questions. I'm just pretending to be drunk, even though I'm wasted. Everyone keeps asking for me to drink like more. Like, oh, I wish you would drink more when you did Inbox. So today we've gone all out with the Behemoth barley wine. This is like the fancy stuff. It's got the wax on the top. It's just a barley wine ale, but it's hopped all to hell.
14% alcohol.
Yeah, it's wonderful. First question is from Abstract from the forum. Yes. Logan, is it just me or are there unbearable amounts of fanboyism going on in the forum? The other day, some guy literally got into an argument with me about how an AMD card is better for Adobe After Effects, stating that CUDA is marketing gimmick. Seriously. Ellipsis. I try helping the community by giving my input, both honest and unbiased. For CPU, GPU decisions, I generally pull up benchmarks, and whichever one is higher for the price, I will recommend. After putting in a truthful statement about which is better, I'm soon shut down by some fanboy who swears something else is better. If I say NVIDIA product is better, an AMD fanboy will hop up and vice versa. Now, I know this isn't my issue, but I feel bad that some members on our forums are going out and spending money that doesn't get them what they paid for. Our community members are being tricked into buying products. I'm pretty sure the other day, one of these fanboy trolls convinced someone to buy a 6950 over a 660 Ti. Unacceptable. Dude, fanboyism is incredibly ignorant. If someone says like, hey, NVIDIA is better because it has CUDA and we're going to be using Adobe products to do rendering, After Effects, Premiere, and you say AMD's better because AMD, that is not a response. I'm going to go back to this. We talked about this in the Apple video. If you can replace what you're talking about with the word cake, then everything you're saying is invalid. For instance, why is it better? Because it's cake. I love cake. Cake is awesome. Cake is delicious. Now, let's try that. Let's take cake and talk about specifications. You can take cake and be like, well, why is this cake better? Well, this cake has brown eggs, it has wheat flour, a little bit of barley. You know more about cake than I do, you flummery manufacturer.
Yeah, I do, sadly.
But
a lot of flummery.
It's all about the specs and giving people what they need, not... Why are we still talking about this? I thought our people were smarter than this. Man, fanboyism. It's really got to die. It's not cool. It's
very, very stupid. I mean, it's like you look at one way and it's just ridiculous. If you're a Mac user, AMD, but if you're a PC user, use the NVIDIA, because CUDA works. It just does. I mean, I see big improvement over using my AMD card.
P.S. I've been a member since way back towards the start of Raise the World, a year or two before Game Riot. We won't talk about Game Riot. I'm not sure if you have any monitoring on the forums for this ridiculous behavior, but I'd be happy to help. Obviously, fanboyism will always be present, but I believe there are some points where it just becomes ridiculous and uncalled for. Thanks for reading, Abstract. We'll do everything we can to take care of to get rid of the fanboys. What you should do is just send them this video. If you're a fanboy, you're a fucking moron, and you're wasting all of our time. Just get what is best for the money. If one thing benchmarks higher for the money, then recommend that one. If someone says, I want to play this game and the same card from NVIDIA or AMD benchmarks better for that game, for the money, get it. Done. Shut up.
Pretty much. CUDA, good for Adobe on PC.
And CUDA is not a marketing gimmick. That's just absolute nonsense. Because you know why? Because you can measure it. It's something that you can measure. It has a value. You can look at it and be like, oh, CUDA is 6 times faster. It's fucking science.
Yeah, I have 180 or so cores in my PC, and I'm actually seeing a big improvement in After Effects, and it's kind of stupid. If I did that with my AMD card, I wouldn't get that, but I'm hoping Adobe pulls head from ass and puts OpenCL on the PC, because fuck. I'm looking at the Apple guys, and I'm like, well, can't I have your cake? And they're like, no, this is special cake. Special cake with cocaine. You can't have.
Next question is from The Wise Waffle. Do not Google The Wise Waffle. Hey, Logan, Raise the World team. Just a quick question I posted on the forum thread about using a wireless 1X PCI Express in a 16X slot, and also a question about the placement of my GPU in a 16X slot on a motherboard. While I respect the people on the forums, I would most be comfortable, yada, yada, yada. He puts a link to the forum article. Dude, a 1X PCI Express is going to fit into a 16X PCI Express. It's just going to fit right in the front part, and everything's good to go, dude. I mean, if you got extra 16x PCI Express slots, you put 4x cards and 8x cards and 1x cards and 6.3x cards.
5/16.
5/16x cards. We've got one of those actually. No, we've got a. I think we've got a 16/8. No, that's a 2/. What's a 2x card?
So PCI Express is very awesome. I mean, they created it so you could use many different cards in the same slot. It is brilliant. I mean, I fucking came from ISA to PCI, and I'm like, fuck this bullshit.
It's like a cheap whore, man.
But PCIX was interesting because it's like PCIX cards will work in PCIe, but then they're half the speed, which is stupid. So fuck it.
Thanks, Wise Waffle. It's good to have wise waffles.
They give you brain cancer.
Wise waffles? Next question from Charlie. Charlie says, good tidings to all those at Tech Syndicate. Well, a bucket of joy and monkeys to you too, sir. Trying to work out what the copyright rules/laws there are on using YouTube content. More specifically, if I was to take audio, video, or images from original videos, such as yours, and turn that into something else that would be used to make money. So, for example, if I took your face from one of your videos and use it to make t-shirts, or if I use some sound snippets to make and sell a ringtone, of course I would let you know what I'm doing. Of course I would let you know I'm doing that. But what formal permissions would I need from you or the YouTube users involved? If I didn't ask for permission to use the content, would I be breaking copyright laws with you and/or YouTube? I hope that made sense, and keep the great videos coming. Charlie. Charlie, you are in some great territory here because you mentioned several times that you're going to be using other people's content to make money. Now, this is okay. That's one thing that people, you know, they get really confused because they're like, well, you're making money with it. But that is okay if you're making a derivative work that is in itself original. You can use different bits and pieces of things as long as it's, you know, within reason. And that's something that's a gray area in the law because they do not, you know, specifically say that you can use this much or this much or this much. It's all up for debate, and a lot of it depends on the other party in which you are using content from. Like if I see something that you've done and you've got my face and one of my slogans on your shirt and you're selling it and making all the money and you didn't even tell me and you didn't even call me and you didn't even give me a reach around, I'm going to call you and be like, what the fuck, dude?
He'll call you and come to your house in a bikini.
Yes, and wash your car.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's a world of wonderment.
Seems the last video, a lot of people actually want to see you in the bikini outside their house.
Yeah, we lost a lot of subscribers, and I've been to a lot of houses.
The silly people.
There's so many angry dogs right now. Dude, here's the deal. Anybody can sue you at any time. So if you're pissing off somebody, if you're working with, like, if you're messing around with like EA or somebody, and you cough and the word, like, you know, Mirror's Edge comes out, they're probably going to fucking sue you. It's stupid. You'll go to court, and a lot of times you'll just give up because they've got more money, but you will be in the right. Let's say you take some Zweihander and use the entire song as a ringtone or something else, and you sell it for cash money dollars cents. Well, I'm not going to be seeing any of that money. I did all the work and made it. All you did was put it, you know, made a ringtone out of it. That is not cool. Now, let's say you used 2 seconds of it and 2 seconds of something else and like an audio snippet from it, and you looped it and did some other things to it and made your own creative thing that you're going to make into a ringtone. Well, that's a little bit different. So I hope you understand what I'm saying there. You can't just rip people off and use their stuff, but you can sample their stuff and make a new piece of creative art. And anybody can sue you at any time. There's no guarantees. That's the way it works. And wherever you can, always ask for permission because it's so much easier to deal with things if you just have a simple email that says, yes, I give you permission to make money off of my work. Then that's the best thing you can possibly do. So if you need something, ask for it and maybe you'll get it. Next question is from Zachary. Hello there, Zachary. Hey, Logan. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't have a question. I'm just looking for 5 seconds of fame by you reading this on Inbox. If you do that for me, I'd love you forever. God damn it. I should really, like, we didn't rehearse this episode. P.S. I'd love you forever if you didn't anyway. So I didn't even have to read this thing, and you're still going to love me?
That's like getting a free hand job on the street from a random stranger.
P.P.S. Awesome work with the show. I love it almost as much as you. How dare you, sir? Trick me into reading that. You knew I was going to be drinking. You knew it. Somebody asked if we got paid for all this beer that we drink on the show. No, we pay for all the beer that we drink on the show.
But you could pay us.
I don't want to answer any more questions in this episode. What do you think?
Make the short one be like a fuck you episode?
Well, I've been making like 10-minute episodes. People get upset about that. I don't give a damn.
You can make this one even shorter and just be like...
It's like 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about here. I mean, we talked about the fanboyism.
Yeah, important topics. I went Polish accent the whole fucking episode because I fuck everybody.
Oh, I gotta threaten people. Okay. Listen, if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna wrap you in saran wrap while you're asleep. I'm gonna give you like an injection so you don't wake up, because I mean, some of you guys are light sleepers, I understand this. So I'll give you an injection so you don't wake up, and I'm gonna wrap you in saran wrap, and then I'm gonna cover your entire room in salve. So it's just gonna be like, when you wake up, it's like some kind of a saran wrap salve nightmare. And then, when you go to the bathroom, guess who's gonna be waiting for you in the shower? Not me. I'm gonna be somewhere else drinking tea.
I won't be there either. I don't give a fuck about your house or your saran wrap or your salve. I'll be at my coffee shop drinking coffee.
I wanted to make sure that the thread at the end of this one was also kind of weak, so I'm not even in this thread, except for the part where I inject you and wrap you in saran wrap.
Some people might like that. There's a saran wrap fetish. I don't get it. It's okay. Some people want to be a hoagie roll in the saran wrap, like in the school lunchroom. And the old lady's touching the saran wrap, and it's got that weird smell.
The beer is too strong. My God.
We end this.
Yeah, we end it like that. This beer is too strong.
Episode on this.
It's just too damn strong.
Have a good night. Be nice to your parents, or Krampus will come to your house and touch you in the very bad places, and then cut you apart.
Fucking Krampus. I have to cut all this stuff, man.
No, you don't.
All this sexual stuff? I don't like all the sexual stuff.
It's not sexual. What's wrong with hand job? I go outside, I give hand job to car, you know, a clean car. What the fuck? What, you call hand job something different in the United States?
Oh, all this time I thought you were talking about touching a man's penis with your hands, but you're just talking about washing a car.
Yeah, hand job. You know.
Oh, in Poland, a hand job. In America, a hand job. In Poland, a hand... I see.
What is that noise?
Oh, hey, MSI Afterburn has
What is that
screen
noise?
capture.
My stomach feels...
Interesting.
It's busting out!